Tori Amos, thank you so much for coming in to play for us. Now, you just played Concertina from the new album, To Venus and Back. Now, it happened kind of by accident, I believe, the album.
We were going to do the live album, and then we were going to have a second CD of B-sides and a few extra tracks. But the truth is, I was having this really good bottle of Corton Charlemagne with my friend Nat and another friend of ours. And the title of the album came over this delicious elixir. And so once the title was in place, then all these songs started to kind of march in and say, "We're from Venus, sit down." And that's how it happened.
Now, you just spent a couple of months playing live with Alanis Morissette touring the States. How did it go?
Really well. Very challenging because we had two separate productions. That was the only way I would agree to do it. And I mean, I hang around with these bunch of lunatics that I love and adore and are very good at what they do. But, you know, my policy with the crew is I don't care how you make it the next day to the show. You know, what state you're in, what you've consumed, as long as she's over 18, because we can't be dealing with statutory rape in America, which all you Brit bands going over need to understand about. Those fathers will slap you in jail. And the other thing is, you know, whatever they eat or drink, or I provide it on the bus, but there has to be a level of excellence. So that's my crew. And her crew is a bit different. They're very professional. And she and I got on really well, but to have two pirate ships, where we had a wine cellar, of course, and they had some fantastic hair products, though, on their ship, which is good because I could use hair products. So that worked out quite well.
So you spent a lot of time touring with Alanis, and any chance of doing a track together?
I don't know, you know, it wasn't about that at the time. I think it was really about two, and understood that to really make it work, it was about two strong women bringing their crews with them and being independent.
Are there people you'd like to work with, to collaborate with?
Sure, until you meet them.
No, you haven't been disappointed. Was there someone you wanted to work with and then you got chatting and you thought, it's not going to happen?
Of course. I think sometimes you meet people and say, wow, they really have a wonderful ability. The muse moves through them. But, you know, let's face it, they're a dick.
Now, one of the tracks on the album is all about the 80s, going back to the 80s. Do you look back on the time with fondness? Do you have any special memories, and what are the highlights for you?
I lived in LA in the 80s for almost all of the 80s. I was there. And, you know, I would wake up, go down to Retail Slut on Melrose, and get a little cute piece. And it was very much a time where decadence was a beautiful thing. And everybody wasn't maybe saying the right thing or eating the right thing. But I think people, although they were kind of excessive, there was more honesty about their monsters. And now in LA, what I find is everybody orders the right thing. You know, it's supposedly environmentally friendly, but then, you know, they go shit on each other. And I see it all the time. You know, it's this cocktail spirituality. You go to yoga class on the weekend, and then they stab you on the back at the club that night. And I have a real hard time with that. Kind of like you can clock in and clock out. It just doesn't work like that. So, yeah, I do miss the hedonism.
Well, Tori Amos, fantastic to talk to you. Thank you so much for coming in to play on the show. I think you're going to do one more track for us now.
Yeah.
From To Venus and Back. This is Lust, I think?
Yeah.
Lust. Cool. Thank you.
Running through the afterworld into your room. So she played for a prankster and lost in the marriage bed, and he waits till she can give, and he waits.
A fantastic acoustic performance of Lust from Tori Amos' brand new album, To Venus and Back.